And I think a lot of people would look at them winning this, despite the seeding, as an upset. But not Charles Barkley. For those of you who missed it, this was Barkley on our show yesterday talking about the Trailblazers.
You're sleeping on the Portland Trailblazers. They were my pick to get out of the West. I still think they will get out of the West. So do not sleep on the Portland Trailblazers. The addition of Enes Kanter and Rodney Hood to go with McCallum and Lillard, I think they've been the most underrated team in the NBA all year. I'm going with the Portland Trailblazers to win the West.
And apparently, Charles had said that on TNT before the playoffs started, and I just missed it. So that was why it took me aback yesterday. Sean Farnham joins us here. Obviously, Golden State's on the other side of the draw. Houston on the other side of the draw. What do you think of Portland?
Well, I like Portland. I don't know that I like them quite as much as Charles, but just take into account a possible scenario. Houston can beat Golden State. I'm not picking that, but Houston can beat Golden State. And if they do, they could get Portland. Now, Portland still got to get out of this series against OKC. And I think Russell Westbrook is going to roar back in Game 3 when that series moves to OKC. But I'm not going to say it's out of the question that Portland could score the upset. They're on their side of the bracket where they got to score one big upset. It would be an enormous upset. But the way Lillard and McCollum being back in that lineup are playing and Kanter being a great insurance policy, I mean, it's a dark horse. But, you know, Charles also got something else right. He picked Virginia from day one.
Yeah.
From day one of the college basketball season, he had UVA win it.
He did pick the Nuggets to win last night. He guaranteed
the Nuggets.
Because Murray came out with his shirt on. All right, but that with Charles' face on it. But here's the deal. I watched the Warriors play last night. I watched the Rockets the other night and the efficiency in which you saw. It wasn't just the numbers that James Harden threw up, but the efficiency in which they run up. And as much as I like our yearly reminder, and this is our yearly reminder on the national level of just how good Dame Lillard actually is, and C.J. McCollum is outstanding, if Nurkic was there, I'd buy this. Without Nurkic, I like Kanter, but I'm not. You've got the better backcourt with the Warriors, and oh, by the way, they also have KD.
I'm with you, and that's why I wouldn't make the pick. But again, I think that pick starts with Houston beating Golden State, and I don't know what chance you give the Rockets of doing that in the next round.
They have the best chance of anybody in the Western Conference.
And then could they be knocked off there? Let's face it, Houston is not as impenetrable as the Warriors are.
Right.
We've seen some spring collapses. I'm not predicting it, but it's not out of the question. I think Charles's pick sort of gives this whole thing a little bit of spice.